The courtroom air felt heavy the moment Maya Carter stepped inside, her hands trembling despite the strength she tried to project. At just 17, she stood accused of assaulting an officer, a charge that could destroy her future. And the officer who made the accusation sat across the room, leaning back in his seat with a smirk so cold it made her stomach twist. Deputy Ross didn't just look confident. He looked entertained, as if her fear was a private joke only he understood. She swallowed, feeling every pair of eyes on her. She wasn't just a girl today. She was a target, and Ross wanted her to know it. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who's listening. Maya's heart pounded loud enough to drown out the murmurs around her. She wondered if anyone in the room could sense how close she was to breaking or how unfair this moment felt. She had done nothing wrong. She knew it. Her mother knew it. But justice didn't always bend toward the innocent. Ross tapped his pen against the table, still wearing that mocking smile. He had expected her to crumble the moment she laid eyes on him. After all, she was just another teenager, quiet, brilliant, and easy to overlook, especially to a man like him. What Ross didn't know, though, was that Maya Carter wasn't alone. Judge Hernandez entered from the side door, stern and focused. The room slowly settled as she looked over the files. But then the courtroom doors opened again, this time with a hush that swept like wind across a field of tall grass. A man walked in, tall, distinguished, wearing the kind of presence that came from years of leading, protecting, enduring. Mayor Jonathan Carter, Maya's father.
Yes.
Ross's smirk faltered for the first time. The mayor's steps were steady, but filled with purpose, each one echoing through the silent courtroom. Parents came to trials, officials did not. And mayors certainly never walked into hearings like this, lest something enormous was at stake. He approached Maya, placing a steady, reassuring hand on her shoulder. She didn't speak, but the relief in her eyes said everything. For 10 long minutes before his arrival, she had felt small. Now Ross looked smaller than she ever had. Whispers spread through the room. "That's the mayor? Is that his daughter?" "She's his." Oh, Ross is finished. Ross swallowed hard, trying to recover his composure, but it was too late. The shift in power was instant, undeniable. The predator had just realized he was standing in the wrong forest. The judge cleared her throat. "Mr. Mayor, this is unexpected." "With respect?" "Your Honor," Carter replied calmly. "I'm here because justice is about to be twisted and my daughter won to be silenced by intimidation." Maya felt tears burn behind her eyes. Not of fear this time, but of pride. The judge nodded for the officer to take the stand. Ross stood, his posture stiff, eyes darting between the judge and the mayor. The confidence he once radiated had cracked. He recited his version of events. Maya had resisted, lashed out, and attacked him. While he spoke, Carter stared at him with a look that pierced through every lie. Then came Maya's turn. She stepped forward, her breath shaky, but her voice steady enough to command the room. "I didn't attack him," she said softly. "I only asked him why he was following me. I was scared. I didn't know what he wanted." Her honesty filled the silent space like sunlight breaking through clouds. She wasn't dramatic. She wasn't angry. She was simply real, and every word made Ross look more like a man cornered by truth. Mayor Carter stepped closer, not to intimidate, but to support. "My daughter," he said gently, "was harassed, not protected." For the first time, Ross's hands trembled. The judge raised an eyebrow, sensing the truth settling in the air. "Deputy Ross, do you have body cam evidence?" Ross hesitated. It malfunctioned. A collective murmur swept across the room, a audible disbelief. The mayor inhaled deeply through his nose, as if steadying a storm inside him. "Convenient," Judge Hernandez muttered. When the judge finally delivered her decision, it wasn't with anger, it was with clarity, firmness, and justice. "Case dismissed. Maya Carter, you are free to go. Deputy Ross, you will be placed under internal investigation, effective immediately." Applause erupted, not loud, but powerful, real, earned. Ross froze where he stood, face pale. His smirk was long gone. Maya turned to her father, and he pulled her into an embrace that anchored her heart back into place. She was safe. She was seen, and the world now knew exactly who underestimated her. Because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. And as Maya stepped out of the courtroom, sunlight warmed her face, the same light she'd walked in with, but now it felt like victory instead of fear. Thank you for listening. If this story moved you, share your thoughts below. Subscribe for more stories like this, and remember, you never know who someone truly is until the moment truth reveals them. And stay with us for the next story.